Many thanks to fellow Destruction Squad, Close the servers, Seattle's Cloud, 7RP server, the Struggle community, the Camera Crew servers, Friendly DayZ podcast, DayZ servers, Reclamation server, and the settlement for making this video possible. DayZ 1.29 is no longer a myth, it is a real patch that has finally been released on all platforms for us to play with, so I'm going to be summarising the changes to get you up to date, break down the hidden stuff we've recently found in the game files, and give away $500 worth of DayZ goodies. Very quickly going over the new stuff, it includes 2 head slot items, these 2 here, 4 chest slot items, these 4 here, 2 pairs of boots, very nice, and a god tier long haul backpack. This is the best backpack in the game right now. I've spoken about these items to death at this point, so I'm going to give you this video and you can check out the details if you want. This is what you need to be aware of. All pistols and assault rifles have updated sounds in this patch, and the distances that we can hear weapons has changed. As seen here, all of these weapons have changed, but the average is around 20% quieter, so most weapons in DayZ are now 20% quieter this patch. The biggest change that you need to be aware of is that all these weapons here have unique sounds at distances. This was not in the game before, allowing us to finally identify weapons thousands of meters away, rather than us getting some generic gunshot sound past 250 meters like last patch. These unique sounds also change based on where you fire that weapon, so in a field, forest, city or interior, meaning that we can not only identify the weapon, but also where that weapon was fired. This change also dampens the sound of every weapon in DayZ when it comes to interiors over long distances, so if you fire a weapon from a factory or a house or a shed or even this tiny little greenhouse that is all busted up, that's going to be a gunshot that is 20 to 30% harder for someone else to hear. As for the prone weapon crack bug, it is still in 1.29, but weapons are no longer silent when you shoot from interiors in this patch. Again, I made a dedicated video to this, more info there. All maps now have improved terrain textures, especially improving Sakau's snow where it meets other textures in the game. It used to be ugly before, now it's a lot better, with Sakau also getting a bunker expansion. This door on the top here is used as another way to enter the bunker, but these doors are very slow, like the main doors, and the loot in this new area is just standard military gear, with this video going over the deets. On a side note, I recently said that the welding trolley and gas tanks might be for Badlands, but no, they are actually found inside the bunker expansion here. The tactical helmet on Sakau is now spawning correctly inside these locked containers, and on Livonia, the smaller AUG is finally spawning again inside Dambog Bunker. If you like this gun, Dambog is by far the best place to find it, and is highly likely to spawn there according to this guy called Wobo. As for the new clothing items, the loot finders are much better at explaining where that stuff spawns. However, the big loot changes that they spoke about with 1.30 have effectively been cancelled if you weren't aware, but even so, there are maybe enough changes for me to do a dedicated loot changes video for 1.29, so let me know if you do want to see something like that. The most anticipated improvement in 1.29 is definitely the 400% performance increase that they were talking about, which would make DayZ buttery smooth if it's true, but based on my quick tests and Zubert's stress test that I did a month ago, we're not entirely sure what has changed and if this is an improvement in all cases. It probably is in most cases, with it being very likely that we have to wait a few days for stress testing on real servers to take place to get some solid info on these changes. So if you are a server owner, do let us know how it goes. I'm also hoping that players will report on the skywalking and tire glitching issue. Has it been fixed? It was confirmed that it was fixed in 1.29 by the developers, and they also said that more exploits were fixed this patch too, but we didn't get an official list beyond skywalking and tire glitching. Another fix was for invisible gas clouds. You could sometimes walk in there and it would just poison you even though you can't see it. Again, not 100% confirmed fixed. I did experience this on 1.29, but that was a few months ago, so maybe it's fixed. But I can confirm that the Olga and the Saka, in the way that they flip over on terrain sometimes, that has not been fixed. Console server performance looks to be one of the main focuses of this patch, but graphical performance improvements are in the works too, with the devs stating that the latest gen consoles will get a free updated version of DayZ when Badlands releases later this year, so this will separate the PS4 and PS5 version. The PS5 version will be better because it can run on better hardware. The other changes include blunt and crafted melee weapons being buffed. They do more health damage to players, infected and animals. Now especially be aware of the nailed baseball bat, that thing got a giga buff this patch, and the mace and sledgehammer are stronger too, with details in these 2 videos if you do want to know the melee meta. During the second experimental release of 1.29, which happened around 6 weeks ago, Yuki went digging again to find that hidden stuff and found a new class name for some type of underslug launcher, which looks to be an attachment slot for a weapon, meaning that we might get some sort of noob tube in DayZ. My guess is that they might introduce a new weapon that can fire 2 different ammo types, such as firing regular bullets and then also having a secondary fire like a smoke or a grenade round that gets launched from under the barrel. We don't know. This could just be a massive troll by the devs. They might be adding the ability to fire the upper or lower barrel of a blaze. I don't know, maybe someone in the comments knows more. Yuki also found some code relating to dead players and weapons despawning faster, so I guess what this code does is when you kill a player, the weapon on the ground that drops from their hands onto the floor, because it doesn't stay with the player, it just drops on the floor like when you go unconscious, it is going to despawn when the body despawns. That seems to be what the code is suggesting here. I could be wrong, which means weapons that drop from our hands is going to despawn in 30 to 60 minutes. LB Master found some more code for us this patch too, including code about DayZ being prepared for the Xbox store, which was confirmed yesterday by Game Watcher. It's going to be in the April Game Pass, so for the 26 people that still have an Xbox, it is going to be on there now. Last patch, a few item descriptions were added for Badlands. I'm guessing these are for Badlands. We don't have any confirmation of this, but 3 more were also added this patch too. So a new version of a glass bottle is probably coming with Badlands, and it also looks like we're getting 2 versions of an energy drink of some sort, with these being their in-game descriptions. These are descriptions from the game files. And finally for this video, 1.29 comes with a full character and full server wipe on all platforms. Your character and your base are gone, and for PC players especially, this patch has changed a lot of stuff behind the scenes, so mods have broken as a result. You might need to wait for your underpaid modder to get an update out so you can get onto your favorite server. While you wait, you can enter a giveaway that I'm doing on Twitter. I'm giving away 10 copies of DayZ on Steam. They are up for grabs. All you need to do is follow me on there and leave a comment on the giveaway post I made to enter. It ends in 3 days, so you don't need to rush there. Link below. This will be the very first patch where my brand new version of DayZ Loot Finder will be used. That lets you see the locations of all items that spawn in the game, along with their chances of spawning at each spawn point, which is information that is based on confirmed in-game loot data that I checked myself. Every item you see on this map has been checked by myself to make sure it does actually spawn in that location, highlighting dynamic events, loot areas, tiers, infected, and generates a heat map of the highest probability areas for you to search for that piece of loot. This is the perfect tool for a wipe, and it is also the best way to support my content, because yes, it is Patreon members only, but you'll also get earlier videos and ad-free content. Link below if you're interested. This is how I continue to make videos. Let us know your take on this update below. I'm sure the devs are eagerly awaiting feedback on this patch. I'm guessing they changed a lot under the hood and they're just sitting there waiting for something to break so they can fix it as quickly as possible. This patch took a long time to get out, but hopefully it's going to be worth that wait. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day.